Alright, and should be working here. So I'm going to be doing a little tutorial on how to blow holes in walls, or cracked walls as it's called. Although this same technique applies to if you just want to have push a button to have a wall crack open or something, or a lot of other stuff like that too. But this is the basics. So what you need is two sectors. You create another one right here, real quick. I already got this first one built here. And I guess we'll just leave it to the default textures. So next what you want to do is you want to have a section between. So we're going to do that. And this is intended, I'm not going to explain every little basic thing. This is just about being able to blow up walls, which is something it's really nice to have in your map. Okay, so now we got these two sections, and also you want to bring that down if it's too high, and let's turn off the parallax sky, give it that texture. Alright, so I'd recommend at least having two sectors. You can have as many sectors in between here. I recommend at least two, though the more you have, the more work you're going to have for yourself. So keep that in mind. Sometimes, especially when you're on a really small grid here, it's hard to get it to stick to the points, but you just press the backspace arrow and you're golden. So now what you want to do is you want to make it look the way you want it to look when it cracks. So I like to usually have mine tilted down a little bit. That's a kind of a weird way to have it tilted, though. Another thing about this, so when you do the slopes, if you want to change the way it's going to slope, you can just press Alt F and you can have it be sloped based upon where you're looking, and that's a really awkward way to have it here. So let's not do it that way. Bring it down. Another thing is you kind of want to, you're going to want to have them line up. So let me go ahead and, there we go. I don't know what else it was doing there. That was weird. So you want to have the height and the slope kind of match. So 1, 2, just do 2. 1, 2, and we'll slope this a little. Like that. So that's you can see the slope right here. It says slope. It's nice to have that there. So we're gonna match it. It looks kind of weird. Yeah, we'll see how it looks. If it looks fucked up, that's just good because it'll allow me to show you how to fix it. So let's see, 1, 2. 1, 2. And we'll just do that once there. It looks kind of horrible, but let's go ahead and get to the next part here. So you'll need a sector effector. So I'll just put 2 sprites here and then change them. And I'm just going to tab to copy because it's fast. And then you hit Alt R, and it's not what I wanted. Oh yeah, it's Alt T. My bad. Alright, and then it's 13 is the low tag for the explosive. So just give it that. And then we do the same for the next one. And you'll have to do that for every section in your wall. So if you have like 4 sections, you're going to need 4 of these sprites in there set up like that. So the more you have, the more numbers you're going to have to put in and more sprites you're going to have to put in. So let's go ahead and get our cracked wall. Let's see. And these, you can pick any of these here. There's 4 of them to choose from. We're going to pick a tiny one. And one of the things you want to do is you want to make sure that it's not following you around because it's going to look weird. So hit R to make it align to the walls. And I like to turn it around so his little tail is poking out. And then we're just going to raise it so it looks cool. Alright, now here's how things actually work. So we're going to go on to the cracked wall sprite. I might have to, I might have to pull it away just to get it in because it really wants to focus in on that dot. So, and now for this we get a high tag by pressing Alt F, or I mean Alt H, and we'll give it a unique tag. It can be anything as long as it's not being used by something else. And so we give these the same high tag, 1 and 1. And of course, let's go ahead and put it right there. We're going to need something to blow it up, so let's get a pipe bomb. I hate it when it does that. For some reason the screen will sometimes get dark. So it looks giant here, but it's actually going to make a normal size pipe bomb, so you don't have to worry about that. So let's go ahead, press End, Escape, and then T to test. And of course, it's a little messed up. So we messed up a little on the wall here. Fix that. Yeah. You're probably going to have to... What happened to my... Oh yeah, there we go. I was going to say, what happened to my screen capture, damn it. So let's try tilting this the other way. Or at least, let's just have it be like that. Let's see how that looks. But still not good enough. Alright, so I guess we gotta do it like that. Slopes sure do match now. I don't know, I just want to raise that up so I can see it. And let's go ahead and see what it looks like now. Ah, much better. And yeah. It's not the best looking one, but you get the idea and you can play around with it to make it look better. Now there's one more thing I want to show. But for this I'm going to load in another level that's made to show this off. So let's go ahead and load that. Go to my maps. Tutorial map. So I didn't really have that big of a problem with that wall, but for some of them, yeah, you'll have a little bit of a problem, and you'll see it once I go ahead and go ahead and launch the game here. Yeah, you see that? It's fine there. It's messed up here.
Groovy.
Although once you blow it up, it looks right. So yeah, let's go ahead and fix that. So what we need to do is first we press 2 right here, and we press O down here, and this will, it's kind of hard to explain. It's gonna make the textures fit right, and then we're gonna just kind of like get that wall texture back there to looking normal. So we're gonna do this on all the segments of this wall here. So hit 2, and then we hit O, and it's a letter O, not the number 0. Alright, and that looks good. And press 2, then press O, and then we're going to move the texture so it looks nice. Thank you. Windows 10. Alright, so let's go ahead, see if it works. And voila.
Groovy.
So if you ever have your textures look messed up once you launch the game, that's how you fix that. It took me a long time to find that out. Google was not being very helpful, so I hope that if you're having trouble with that, that clears things up. Alright. See you guys later. Hold on. Let me get